Hello and welcome to today's episode of Webflow and Code, where I teach you the underlying code you're writing in Webflow. Today's episode will be all about the importance of text inside of links and related images and alt tags. Links are probably the most important thing on the web. It's how we navigate the internet. It's how spiders navigate the internet. It's how we navigate through pages, through websites, through every aspect of the web is sort of driven by links. Links are important for obviously navigation, but they're also important for search engine optimization, to highlight keywords, enhance our site's performance for search engines. But it's also really important for accessibility users to be able to understand where they're going. As visual users, we can sort of read the text and sort of make assumptions, which we'll get into. But for accessibility users, we need to be a bit more mindful about how we present links and what those links actually say. So one major thing I see people doing is creating links, and they put images inside of those links, but there's no text or anything to tell that user where they're going or anything like that. And as sighted users, we can maybe make some assumptions. Easiest example I can give is like a social media icon or something. We understand that we can see the Twitter icon and we're going to go to that page. But again, if a spider or a screen reader user goes onto that link, they're not going to be able to understand that is a Twitter link. So we need to provide, there are certain ways that we can provide the text those particular technologies need in a special way. The solution to this is, once again, the old faithful SR only class. This enables us to insert an image inside of a link and not have that, and put some text inside of it and not have that text show. So spiders understand that where the link is going, accessibility users understand where the link is going, or not necessarily where it's going, but also what they're going to achieve by navigating to that link, wherever that link is going. For example, read more would inform the user that they can read more about, say, the article or something like that they're currently looking at, like a snippet or something. So it's not only helpful to know where it's going, but what's the intended action behind that link. So what we can do is we can put a piece of text inside of that link, such as go to our social media page, or depending on the use case of the image, could be, often people do it at the top left of their page website. They'll have their logo or something like that. Again, normally that navigates to the home page. You want to put some text inside of that says go home or go to our home page or something like that, and then what you can do then is wrap that piece of text inside of SR only, and then you're providing a bit more context about where that link is going. So here's an example here. I've got like a little social media icon in my footer here, and it's linking off to Twitter, but all it has is an image in there. So what I can do is, if I add it can be any text element, but I think the cleanest one for me is just a text block. If I change this to go to our Twitter page, it doesn't really matter about the color, but if I just change that to white just so we can see it, go to our Twitter page. Now I've got my image and I've got my text. Now if I add my special SR only class, disappears, and then when someone is on that link, a screen reader user, if they're on that link, it will inform them where they're going to. And we also spoke about SEO being affected by having text inside links. So when an SEO spider comes onto your page, it literally, you can imagine it like blood and veins, where the spider will come onto your page and will navigate and just discover your website just by navigating through all the links on the page and finding all those pages. So one way we can utilize and have an impact on SEO is by having the links be very descriptive about where they're going and what they're talking about. Again, we can hide this text with the SR only trick, and we don't have to show everything. But for example, one thing I like to do is include the title of the blog post you're about to read, because often the title of the blog post contains so many keywords about what your website is about that I like to put those inside of the link so it will read more about, I don't know, the title of your blog post. I don't know what that would be, but you can imagine, and if the SEO spider lands on that link, it picks up those keywords and navigates through the website. So there's another benefit to actually being very descriptive and putting text inside of your links. Even if you're not going to show all of the text, like I say, you might just show read more, but you can then hide a bit of context and give your website a bit more SEO juice. So slightly related as well is alt tags on images. See, alt tags are really, really important for almost the same reasons as links. For accessibility users, they're able to actually visualize. The aim of the alt tag is for them to be able to visualize the image in their head. So if we had a photo of a plane, or if you use an image of a plane, the first rule of image alt tags is you wouldn't say photo of a plane. You would just describe the image. So wing of a plane over a sunset, window shot of a plane wing or something like that, or cute kitten playing with its siblings. Or, you want to be descriptive. Once again, SEO and Google, they love interactive visual websites. This is an opportunity to put in keywords and have the SEO spider pick up on those keywords and further understand what our website is about. So trying to get in some keywords, not stuffing it with keywords that are completely irrelevant. You still want to cater to your accessibility users by being descriptive, but you might want to opt for certain words just to up the word count of a particular keyword. And of course, if you're using an image just for decoration purposes, that's when you leave it blank. So if it's sort of like a shape or a background image, or just something you really don't necessarily want to, it's not playing a part of the content and the copy, then you wouldn't put an alt tag. But if it is part of the copy, then you are missing out on SEO juice at the end of the day, and you're also missing out on certain users who are navigating your website who use a screen reader or something like that. I can just say Twitter logo here. You could say it's a silhouette of a bird, but Twitter logo is fine, I think, but you're just describing the image in that example. And the final way that the alt tag is used is actually if the image doesn't load for whatever reason, maybe there's a slow connection or something like that, you still have a little bit of text that describes what that image is, and that's better than no image. And if you have a empty alt and the image fails to load, then you'll see that text. You can try it out now by just putting an image and not linking it to an image that exists, or if there's a server issue or something like that. There are two other ways you can help your images perform better, help your website, speed it up, increase SEO performance as well, because at the end of the day, search engines, they love speedy websites. So anything you can do to help that and increase the speed of your website will mean that your website will perform better in search engines. So there's two really interesting things you can do with your images that you might not know about. First of all is naming your file name to do with the image. Try and getting keywords in the file name of your image. So an SEO spider will read the file name, and if it can understand what the image is or what it's about just from that file name, it will actually use that information to understand the page. So for instance, photos, DCIM 78244, something like that, that image name is really unhelpful. But if you were to name it, again, Sam Gregory SEO, CEO or something like that, then again it can pick up on those things. So it's an interesting way you can use file names to help with SEO. The actual final way you can help SEO is by the file type. And lo and behold, Google have invented the WebP format of images. So you can use a service called Squoosh, and if you upload your images to that, you want to be able to optimize your images as much as possible to, again, make the file size smaller. Use Squoosh to make it a WebP format. Again, Google will like that and prefer your website to others because you're using a file format, an image format that is quick to load. It's really good compression, so you're not losing any image quality, and it's more performant for the web. So I hope that was helpful and understanding a few of the nuances with images and how important some of the unseen can actually be with your website, and playing to that to help improve your website's speed, improve its accessibility, and improve its search engine optimization. So again, if you want me to clarify anything, just leave a comment and I do my best just to get back to all the comments. And if you're stuck with anything and you would like me to make an episode about it, then I'll be happy to do so. Just let me know. So until next time, happy no coding.